Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, guys, we're going to be looking a little bit about Barcelona's match last night against AC Milan. It's Hansi Flick's first loss as Barcelona coach, but we're going to be talking about that match. And then as well, we're going to be talking about Dani Olmo as well as there is some more news in regarding to him. And then lastly, good news and some bad news in regards to the departures. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, let's get straight into the video. All right, guys, let's get straight into the video and let's talk a little bit about Barcelona's match last night against AC Milan. Now, in that first half, it was a little bit difficult for Barcelona. We did start, I would say, relatively poorly. AC Milan, they scored two quick goals, and under 20 minutes, Barcelona they were already behind 2-0. Our defense was a little bit shaky. In the lineup. In that midfield duo, it was actually Christensen and Marc Gasol who started instead of Marc Bernal and Marc Gasol. And you definitely felt that. You definitely felt the absence of Marc Bernal. And in the second half, when he did come in, you did see the team play noticeably better. And that first half, AC Milan dominated, but the second half, Barcelona dominated. Robert Lewandowski, Paul Victor, Marc Gasol, the standout of that match. Rafinha, actually, he did play in that match. He started out on the left wing. It seems Hansi Flick, he tried Rafinha out as a left winger, and then later in the second half, he played Rafinha as an interior, as a number 10, another player who can play in that position. And he played a fantastic assist to Robert Lewandowski, who did score. He actually got a brace and he put a very, very good performance. But Paul Victor was very impressive in that match, guys. As I said, he got the assist for Robert Lewandowski's second goal. And Paul Victor, the star of the preseason, contributing yet again in this preseason tour. And could we see him in the first team? This is something that we are going to have to discuss. And Paul Victor, very, very impressive. And he definitely needs to be around in the first team. Looking at the performances, I think he is ready. And looking at the stats, 3 games, 3 goals, and 1 assist under his belt. And those matches are against teams like Man City, Real Madrid, and AC Milan, top tier opposition. And could we see him also be partnering up with Robert Lewandowski? Because in yesterday's match, and in the match against Real Madrid, it was actually Robert Lewandowski and Paul Victor who started. It wasn't one or the other. That partnership was working very well. Robert Lewandowski having that partner in attack. Could we see that partnership flourish in the upcoming season? And someone that we do have to talk about, guys, is about Marc Gasol, because Marc Gasol, he did play the full 90 minutes. I was actually surprised that he played the full 90 minutes, and he also, had a very, very good game. And it wasn't until, in the second half, as I mentioned, when Marc Bernal, he came on, that, Marc Gasol, he was able to show and to shine brightest. And Hansi Flick, he has placed a lot of faith and trust and confidence in, that dual partnership between Marc Gasol and Marc Bernal. There are even some rumors that we can see them start against Valencia, Barcelona's opening match of La Liga. That's going to be very, very interesting. But, guys, last night's match against AC Milan, it does round off Barcelona's U.S. preseason tour. You did have the outstanding players such as being Marc Gasol, Marc Bernal, Paul Victor. But who do you guys think impressed you the most? Which players do you say, hey, this guy showed some very, very good attributes? And then as well, who do you think were some underperformers and some players who didn't show what we wanted to see? But Barcelona, they did land back in Barcelona this morning, and they had like a little recovery session just straight from the airport. They didn't have an intense training session. This was just to basically have a stretching and a stretching session and a recovery session, just to basically put some blood back in the legs and make sure you're all up and running. And the players, they are now going to have a 3-day break, 3 days off. Hansi Flick very satisfied with the performances from the Barcelona squad. And it's very, very good to see that the players are being given some rest after a very demanding preseason. But now, guys, shifting the conversation and talking about a player who is going to become a Barcelona player. We have to talk about Dani Olmo because Dani Olmo, he did pass his medicals this morning, and the official announcement is we're just waiting for the official announcement of Dani Olmo in the next upcoming hours, or by the latest tomorrow. Dani Olmo, a player who has divided opinion from Barcelona fan base, but is a player who does excite Barcelona fans as well. And Hansi Flick, he views him as the perfect number 10. And it's going to be very interesting to see how Hansi Flick utilizes Dani Olmo, a player who is very flexible and very versatile in that front line. And could Dani Olmo take that next step in Barcelona? And Dani Olmo, he will be making his debut in the Joan Gamper Trophy against Monaco on Monday. That's going to be our final game of the of the preseason, because the U.S. preseason tour has already ended. We've already played our matches in the U.S., but we will be playing, the annual Joan Gamper match, just to basically, end off the preseason and start the season ahead. And he will be presented as well, and the match after that will be the opening match against Valencia. Could he be starting in that match? And in the match against Monaco on Monday, guys, we're very likely to see what is going to be the starting 11 for that match against Valencia, because that match is usually preparation for the opening match of La Liga. And talking about Dani Olmo, guys, continuing talking about him, everything, it hasn't been confirmed, but reports are saying that he will be wearing the number 20, the number 20 jersey, the number that Sergio Roberto was actually wearing. And we did talk about Sergio Roberto, mentioning how him and Barcelona, it's pretty much done and over. Sergio Roberto will not be continuing at Barcelona unless some crazy turn happens at the end of the transfer window. And I would have liked to see Sergio Roberto leave on a good note, but Dani Olmo set to wear that number 20, and very, very exciting to see. But some good news, guys, in regards to Barcelona finances. Yesterday at noon, an agreement was signed with the company Aramac, the catering company in which they provide all the catering service to Barcelona. They did sign to replace Libero, that 40 million euro payment that we were missing. Aramark, the company, they have assumed that share of Libero, and Barcelona are getting closer and closer to reaching the 1-to-1 rule. We're still waiting for Barcelona to finalize the whole Nike situation, and as well as any of the final deals. But Barcelona receiving that money, or reaching or signing the agreement to receive that money, is very good to returning back to the 1-to-1 deal. And could that money be used, for example, for Nico Williams? Because I did talk about on the channel, guys, about Nico Williams. I did talk about how he's going to be staying at Athletic Club, but Barcelona, they are still adamant of going after Nico Williams. We have seen and talked about that video in which he mentions, hey, I'm looking forward to the start of the season. I'm very happy at Athletic Club, and I'm going. I'm ready for the opening match. But Barcelona, they are still adamant, and they are still believing that the whole Nico Williams deal and operation is still alive. And this is a little bit surprising, but it's understandable, because Nico Williams is basically the key to Barcelona's attack and could be that player to revolutionize our attack. And Barcelona, they've always been adamant, and they've been clear throughout the summer that they've wanted to sign both Dani Olmo and Nico Williams, and they're still going after the Spaniard. But as I mentioned, it's most likely that Nico Williams is going to be staying at Athletic Club, and this is just like a last-ditch effort from Barcelona to try to sign him. But could that money from Aramark help Barcelona in their negotiations, potentially a higher salary, something like that? Because Nico Williams, he has rejected efforts from PSG and Athletic Club to renew. But guys, now talking about departures, guys, I'm going to be talking about Frenkie de Jong, because a recent report came out that Manchester United, they have approached Barcelona over the possibility of signing Frenkie de Jong. Now, we hear these rumors every single summer, but the negative in regards to this rumor is that United have now put Frenkie de Jong's price tag in around 30 to 40 million pounds, and looking at that price tag, it's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely no way Barcelona are going to be selling Frenkie de Jong for so little money. Frenkie de Jong, he's a player worth 70 to 80 or even higher million euros, and under no circumstances Barcelona they should be looking to sell around this price tag. But I don't know how reliable this report is. It's not from one of the big media outlets in England, but Manchester United, they've always been interested in Frankie de Jong, and Frankie de Jong with his injury is most likely to stay for another season. But in regards to Frankie de Jong, we are going to have to be talking about his future, as he hasn't renewed his contract with Barcelona and he is nearing the end of his contract. We can't be affording to let Frankie de Jong reach the final year of his contract and without finalizing everything or making a decision or anything like that, because he is a big financial asset. And talking about another potential departure, guys, we have to talk about Miguel Fay, because AC Monaco, they have approached and they have made initial contacts in regards to Miguel Fay. Porto, they were interested, a whole other clubs were interested, and Nice have made an initial offer for Miguel Fay as well. And so another club has been interested and has gotten into the race to sign Miguel Fay, and it's going to be interesting to see what decision Hansi Flick makes at the end of the preseason. Does he keep Miguel Fay? Miguel Fay, he did play a couple minutes, but he didn't play a lot during these opening matches of the preseason tour. And so what is Hansi Flick going to do in regards to Miguel Fay? Is he going to keep him? Is he going to loan him? Because another season of Miguel Fay at Barcelona, I don't think it's the wisest of decisions. And Miguel Fay has come out in the past and he said, I want to be playing first team football. And could a potential move to Monaco, Nice be on the cards? But guys, that was it for the Barcelona news of the day. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments of everything that we have discussed. What do you guys make of Barcelona's US preseason tour? Which players have impressed you? Which players would you have liked to see a little bit more of? Barcelona, back in Barcelona, going to have the next couple of days to rest. Dani Olmo has completed his medicals, and he's set to have his debut against Monaco in the Joan Gamper Trophy. And then lastly, what do you guys make of those rumors in regards to Frankie de Jong and Miguel Fay? And good news in regards to that 40 million euro payment that we have received from Adermac, a company which already is in charge of Barcelona's catering services. And let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. But guys, we're reaching closer to 1,000 subscribers. We're making progress on the channel, and that's all thanks to you guys supporting the channel. But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, guys.